Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more Formula 1 24, my team career, this time for the Baku Grand Prix, so let's get right into it.
Welcome here ahead of qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Normally these streets are lined with vehicles, it's non-stop traffic jams, but today the roads are closed to everyone except the 20 best drivers in the world. It's time for qualifying for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
So here I am out for my flying lap around the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, around the Baku city circuit. Now, normally a very, very fun track for me. I absolutely love it. Loads of places to overtake. You know, you've got the two DRS zones. You know, you've got the long straight. It's just very, very nice. But somehow, for some reason, my car was just really not in control. It was just, I had to really watch out on the corner exit because the back would just flick out. And it wasn't like what happened at the start of the season, as you see over here. Because at the start of the season, like when you are like at a certain point, when you're about to, you know, gear up, it would just like flick out. But over here, I basically had like no grip. It would just like slide out. It was like weird, really weird, and made it that it was really hard to control. As you can see over here, during my qualifying lap, already for the second time running, just losing control of the back, and it just sometimes happens, sometimes don't. As you can see over there, once again, I mean, we've got brand new soft tyres on, and I have no control over them, which is bad. So yeah, this is going to be a qualifying to forget, as we are currently in P22, and I mean we've just got one straight to go, so we probably aren't going to make up any time over here as we get on DRS, and it's just a matter of time before we cross the line in last place for qualifying to forget. I'm pretty sure this is the first time. Actually, could it be probably not, but yeah. Qualifying P22 for the race, with Leclerc on pole, Lando in second, and Russell in third place, and us very, very far away from them. So let's see what we can do during the race.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku, and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today. So our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully out of the barriers. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Russell, Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Joe, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, Magnussen, Bottas, Ocon, Sargent, Vesti, Red, and Nico Hülkenberg rounds off the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you know, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, you know, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, you know, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
So here we are lined up in P21 as Hülkenberg had some sort of penalty. Now, Can we get a good exit, good start? Not really, still have to work on that. Towards the end of the Formula 1 21 kind of life cycle, I was actually quite good at it. But I mean, now, not really. VSC right off the bat, as there was some bodywork, as we saw, just barely avoided over there. Over there, just trying to avoid Esteban Ocon, because I had to brake over there. I was really close, but we managed to avoid it. Actually, it looks like Ocon, Ocon looks like he overtook us under the VSC, and he actually has a 10-second penalty now, so, I mean, don't overtake under VSC, I guess. In real life, that would probably be a drive-through or something even worse. As we get past Ocon straight away, so as you can see on new tyres, the kind of rear grip issue isn't that much of an issue, but we are going to see that even still, we have to watch out as we send it down the inside of Kevin Magnussen in the other Haas. Still, you know, okay, doing fairly well enough, but over here onto the kind of back straight, or I guess the main straight, I could not get the kind of speed down and the throttle down out of the kind of final corner, or like real corner, so I got really bad exit down the straight each time around, and as we were going to see over here, nearly going 3 wide, luckily I managed to kind of avoid getting overtaken over there, as we nearly avoid going into the back of Ocon, managing to get past Daniel Ricciardo in the other RB. So, you know, for now, from P21 to P15, of course, with one person pitting, not doing too bad. Lap 2, you know, up a couple places, doing quite well, you could say. But let's see how this kind of keeps on going, as over here was absolutely terrifying to go through this at speed, because I just did not have enough, you know, speed or downforce even to kind of keep me in it. I'm not really sure what Magnussen is doing, some sort of AI kind of glitch out over there. So he just kind of stayed behind me and just kind of kept slightly bumping me up, I think. So not really sure what that is about, but down to P15 as we did actually move up a place for a while, as I'm pretty sure a Mercedes was in the pit. So up to P14 from P21 with the space of, 2 laps. Not bad. Oh, but that's definitely not good as well. As we go into the wall over there, slightly damage my front wing. And this is basically where it all started. At the start with fresh tyres, we were fine. But then they just fell off a cliff so quickly. Already on lap 3 and, already losing grip. I just don't have, I was on the brakes where I would normally be, and I just could not slow down, which is bad, as we go down the first corner and get overtaken by Ocon. Can we send it down the inside and keep ahead of him? Yes, we can, but for how much longer? As, within that one lap, down at 2.8 seconds of Ricciardo, and I was with Magnussen as well, and 4.3 seconds away from him. So, this isn't good, as we are just going to get further and further away. But I guess on lap 5, Magnussen had some sort of issue and kind of fell back towards us. But, still basically the same time away from Ricciardo, as we nearly do the same thing, lap for lap, as my tyres were just going off. And at the start, I could still kind of play around the issue and just drive around it, but now, it just kept getting harder and harder, to be honest. Every single exit, as we can see over here, I was just losing the back. I would be on the throttle, same kind of corner degree kind of turn that I would normally be before. I've done any other game as well, and I was just having issues. I'd probably drive this circuit faster in Assetto Corsa than I would in the Formula 1 game, and I am normally a good few seconds off in Assetto Corsa because it's just so much more realistic and you have to just be so much better, which I am definitely not. Just really hard, really bad drivability in this game so far, as we are now fighting with Hulkenberg, who started behind us in P22, and look at the gaps towards the drivers ahead. Ricciardo 3.8 seconds ahead, and you know, he just overtook us, you know, 3 laps back. So just losing massive amounts of time each and every lap, and you know, sooner rather than later we are going to have to put on a fresh set of boots so we don't, you know, do anything bad. But for now, we are still keeping at it, because you know, I'm pretty sure as we flicked through the options over there, I'm pretty sure the pit stops open up from about, I think it's 10th or 11th lap. So you know, we've still got quite a few laps left. You know, like we've only done like 2/3 of our third stint so far. So as we can see, also no straight line speed. I've got a setup from the internet which should be, you know, good. I'm pretty sure it was like a 1-4. Oh, going into the wall once again, and that is a little bit more of a bigger whack this time around than it was the first time around. As you can see, no grip through that high speed corner, and I just said, well, I need to go in. Lost 3 seconds this lap to my teammate Vesti, because I was just basically drifted out of each corner, which isn't good. But yes, going in to repair my front wing, hopefully, and put on some tyres. I can't really remember what. I think it's hard. It might be. I think it's hard, so I guess we'll see. And is it hard? I can't see it. Yes, it is hard. And there we go. Replace the front wing. And away we go for our second stint of the race. Now, in theory, we should have pitted in, I'm pretty sure, between like lap 12 and like 16 or like 20 even, and stayed on the hards until the end. But as we have seen it before, it just doesn't matter what tyre I'm at. And we basically bagged the wall straight away. Luckily no damage this time around, but we basically did the same thing. That meant that we had to go in and replace my front wing, but luckily that time around, you know, just somehow managed to slow down and not get damaged as we get past Logan Sargent, who was in the pits just barely. And I mean, look, our teammate Vesti 6.5 seconds ahead, so we lost time to him and then got onto the hards faster than him, but still lost time, which is just absolutely like tragic. I don't know what's going on. And nearly lost the car over there. Hit the front wing, it goes off, and my right hand side tyres have just gone off just quickly with that slide over there, which is just really bad. Luckily, I guess, right next to the pits, which is the only good thing about that. So we can, you know, get passed by Logan Sargent once again, you know, which was the only car which we were still ahead of. And, you know, we can just replay a couple laps ago when we got our tyres switched and a new front wing put on. I wonder if there's a limit of front wings you can have in the game. That would actually be quite realistic, I guess, because they don't have an unlimited amount. But yes, okay. Lap 15 out of 26. Virtual safety car for that my little incident over there. And we get a drive-through penalty for going faster than having a higher delta under the safety car, which is just absolutely tragic, you know, just not what we need after everything else. So we go in on the same lap to get that, you know, drive-through penalty. I think this is new for this game, or, you know, a new thing since I played on Formula 1 21. I don't think it was a thing back then. It's a really cool thing that they have. They should still have you being able to drive back to the pits under red flag. And I don't know what else. There isn't really much else, is there? Just need to make the game actually better, not just focus on Formula 1 World or whatever it's called. No one cares about what your driver's wearing. You're here to race, not, you know, this isn't Forza Horizon that you do like loads of things. And as we saw there in quick succession, Oscar Piastri DNF'd and actually went to retire because I could not drive it and I don't want to crash again, but to you know, damage even more parts, because, you know, we are on a budget. So I thought, you know, let's just keep it and retire, hopefully not to do any more damage.
And that's 2 wins in a row now. It's the start of potentially something special, but they can't get ahead of themselves just yet. It's a long way to go.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again.
So there we go, it was Charles Leclerc from pole to the win, with George Russell from 3rd place to 2nd place, and Max Verstappen from 5th to 3rd place with the fastest lap as well. Sergio Perez actually picking up a penalty as well, so not really sure for what. But yes, we finished actually, still haven't finished P22, P21 for us this time around. Hope you guys enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time, bye bye.